Hello, Namaste, Salam Walaikum, Sastriyakal. Welcome back to another session with your Vahchef at vareva.com. Today we are going to make Khameeri Roti. This is nothing but fermented dough roti. So for this, first we are going to make the starter what we are going to use as a fermentation. Nowadays everybody is using yeast, but they used to make this method for many generations. So in this, take some buttermilk and add pinch of salt, some sugar, and add flour in this. Okay, I think I can add more of buttermilk. Now, just make this into a thin batter. For jalebi also we do khameer the same way. Just make this into a batter and then pour this into a bowl, and we're going to leave this overnight. Look at this batter, because the buttermilk is there, the flour is there, and more fermentation is happening with the flour, and by the next day when it is fermented, it looks like this. Can you see lot of air bubbles in this? This is what is used to make our Khameeri roti. That is a nice fermented roti. But nowadays if you want, you can also skip this method and add yeast to it, and you can still make a similar kind of roti, but the yeast will have a different flavor and aroma, whereas this Khameeri roti made with buttermilk and flour batter makes it taste even more better. Now take this khameer, that is the fermented dough. In this we are going to add milk. We add the liquid to the flour, but today I am just going to do it by adding this way. It's okay. And now just make this into a nice soft dough, just the way you make your bread dough. I am not adding salt at this point of time because I already added some in the fermented batter. But if you want, you can also sprinkle little bit of salt on this. Knead this dough till this is nice and soft. You may have to knead this like 4 or 5 minutes the way you knead the bread dough, because you want the gluten to form in this dough. After kneading the dough, we are going to rest it for around 5 minutes. After that, we are going to add some ghee and again knead the dough, and this time we are going to rest this dough for 2 hours, because this is not yeast, this is a khameer, this takes little more time than yeast. Just cover this dough with a wet cloth and put it in a warm place for 2 hours. For this Khameeri roti, we are going to have a topping. For this, take some sugar in a bowl. In this, add fennel powder a little bit, crushed pepper, and poppy seed. This is what we are going to put on top of our Khameeri roti. Just mix all of this, and we are going to use this as a topping for our Khameeri roti. Now for the Khameeri roti, just with the help of the flour, do not beat this dough, just divide them into equal portions, just like this. Okay, this is good. And just take a baking tray, just add some flour, and then just you can directly spread it on the baking tray itself, like this. You do not beat this dough, just you can make into a naan shape or any shape you want. This is good. This looks good for me. Okay, I am going to do another one also. Just some flour. First, let's make this into a kind of a round and then stretch it a little bit. This is good. Once you get the desired shape and the thickness, just take some sugar water with saffron color and just brush these rotis. This Khameeri, that is a fermentation method, may be slightly tough for you, or you may think it's difficult, but it's very easy. In fact, if you don't want to do that method, you can also make this with the bread dough and they'll come out perfect. In this, just sprinkle this masala of sugar, poppy seeds, pepper, and fennel powder. Cook these rotis at 250 degrees centigrade for around 7 to 8 minutes. Dear friends, after baking just like for around 7 minutes, you see this nice golden color, and the roti is also nice and soft with the fermentation dough. Because we sprinkled poppy seed, pepper, and fennel powder and also sugar, the coating itself is very, very tasty. This very simple roti is so fantastic. You get nice sweet jalebi flavor. Dear friends, I hope you enjoyed today's session of learning this awesome Khameeri roti. But do not forget, Vareva is all about inspiring others to cook. So please post your recipes and cooking tips at vareva.com so others can benefit from your great cooking. Thank you.